What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fields? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we shed before? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth, the weeping shore? What have we done to the earth? Look what we've done. What about all the peace that you pledged your holy son? What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth, the weeping shore? I used to dream, I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are, but I know we've drifted far. Can we set him free?
Without a warning, without a sound, we woke up one morning to a world turned upside down. Everything changed in the blink of an eye, dealing with the unknown and trying to survive. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And we is all over in our new reality, where we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We've been through quite a battle, like none we've ever seen. We kept hoping we'd wake up to find out it was all a bad dream. But that day's never come. It'll be a while yet, with more obstacles to overcome and challenges to be met. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. And when this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more.
No more doubt or confusion. I release pain of illusion. Yes, there's only one solution. Yeah, yeah. What I found is oh so simple. Deeper love in a temple, and I found it in the stillness of my soul. 'Cause all there is God.
is God.
All there is God.
All there is God.
All there
All there is God. God is all there is.
Now I'm resting in the knowing that my good is overflowing, and my faith is ever growing. Yeah, yeah. Take me back to the beginning. Feel my spirit moving in me. Make me stronger, make me willing, yeah. All there is God. This is God, yeah. All there is God. Oh, God, everywhere you turn. All there is God.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hello and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe there are many paths to one divinity. So if you would like to learn more about the pod, People of Diversity, go to www.peopleofdiversity.org and there'll be more announcements and cool stuff after the message.
It is the last week of courage.
Don't
Ever.
say that. Don't say that.
The English language is so fun, isn't it? This is our last week of the topic of courage.
Yeah.
Last week we heard from some crazy bald guy and Donna Frost. That would have been me. Today we'll hear from a dear friend and mystic, Christopher Timms, and the Joy Band. Next week we will have our first installment on a new topic, kindness, with shaman Jerry Nettesheim and Jennifer Farron. So without further ado, let's dive right in and we'll see you on the other side.
We are the Joy Band, and we're back to sing some more music for you. My name is Suzanne, and this is Jan. And today we're going to sing a song that Jan wrote called Courage.
Formerly known as Justice, because when we sang last time, the theme was justice. And it turns out it was also about courage. So you've heard the song before because we did it once before. Mm-hmm. Courage, formerly known as Justice.
I believe injustice is a human right. When it's missing, we must stand and fight. Let's create a new reality. Though I lack courage and it's hard for me. Since I lack courage and you share with me, I will learn from you about bravery. Will you be my voice when I'm too meek? Can you show me how to be the change we seek? And when we see injustice, we will not be shy. I know you'll speak up and I'm gonna try. We will march for justice, you will lead the way. I'll be right behind you as we seize the day. May we seek justice that is free of hate, without the need to retaliate. May we practice courage for the greater good. May we always say we did the best we could. And when we see injustice, we will not be shy. I know you'll speak up and I'm gonna try. We will march for justice, you will lead the way. I'll be right behind you as we seize the day. May we seek justice that is free of hate, without the need to retaliate. May we practice courage for the greater good. May we always say we did the best we could. May we practice courage for the greater good. May we always say we did the best we could.
Our second song I wrote recently, I call it Courage of Living.
Courage to change, courage to grow. I'll see where life takes me and where I might go. Time to step out of my comfort zone. Time to explore and embrace the unknown. Courage to love, courage to live. Time to discover just how I may give. Courage to dare and not just survive. Time to take risk and be glad I'm alive. Courage to try, though I may not win. I'll take a deep breath and then I'll start again. Time to be brave, time to be tough. Time to believe that I am enough. Courage to change, courage to grow. Can you imagine the places I'll go? And so it begins right here and right now. The future awaits me if I but allow. Walk with me now, though I am just one. We'll say when it's over we had a good run. Walk with me now, then we will be two. And there's no limit to what we can do. And there's no limit to what we can do.
everyone. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Timms, and back in 1988, I started my own organization called the Order of the Blue Star. Since 1988, I've been lecturing and teaching all over the world. It's been an amazing privilege, an amazing journey, and just quite a growth experience in many different ways. And Becky and Scott I've known for, it seems like, a billion years, and they still talk with me, which I think is a really cool thing. And when Becky asked me to come in to do this, to share this with you, she asked me to speak on a topic which I think is really important for our culture today, for us as individuals, for our planet, and the journey that we're on. And it's, of course, about courage. So courage, and when we think of courage, because we think in dualistic terms, courage in relation to be afraid, that's the other side of the coin kind of a thing. Fear, uncertainty, having courage to get through something that's unpleasant, something that's unknown. And that's key. So Sun Tzu teaches us in The Art of War. And The Art of War, if you don't know, is a fabulous little book that everybody should read. It's not about a war on a battleground. That's metaphorical for the strategies of dealing with the internal conflict that we each have within ourselves. Much in the same way that the stories in the Bhagavad Gita out of the Mahabharata in India between Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna is the Christ figure. Arjuna is the student. He's a general, of an army, right? And the whole story is, instead of going into battle with an opposing army, the true victory that each of us looks for comes not from defeating an external force, but from resolving and unwinding the conflicts within ourselves. So Sun Tzu says that the fear, the entity, the spirit, you could say, of fear, wears many different masks. It's the fear of heights, the fear of being claustrophobic, locked into a small space, the fear of not being fulfilled in life, the fear of being fulfilled in life, the fear of not being healthy, from the fear of being sick, the fear of being successful, the fear of intimacy and being in love, the fear of not being intimacy, not being in love. We have all these different fears on all different sides of the polarities. But behind all of those masks, because each of those is just a mask that fear wears, the true face of fear is the fear of the unknown. It's what I call the great what if. The great what if. Well, what if I do fall in love with someone? Gosh, then I have to be vulnerable. What if I do get really successful? Then I'll have to be this way, or I'll have to be that way. All your stories begin to spin up. So we all deal with fear. And when we think about courage as a way of resolving fear, it's good, but it's just the beginning of the journey, because we have to look further than just courage. Courage in its raw Western kind of form is just a testosterone-based kind of push your way through. And I know, because I've done that throughout many chapters in my life. You just get it done. You just pull your way through and you just get done. But that's not what I'm referring to. You learn, like in martial arts, in young martial arts, and I've been studying martial arts since I've been 14, and yoga since I've been 13. So I have quite a grasp of the esoteric ideas. in what are called young man's arts, more your Japanese and Okinawan, things like that, you're taught, and it's a force, it's an external force. It's a block and counter type of a system, what's called a linear system of things. And the focus is at the end. So when you're moving, you'll see how this fits in. When you're moving, like to throw a punch, you focus, and at the end of the punch, that's where all your energy is focused. Right at the end. Same with a kick, a block, anything you're doing is focused at the end of the movement, okay? In old man arts, Kung Fu, Tai Chi, Qigong, then it's circular, and the force starts in your dantian, in your lower centers, your belly, and the force comes up and is at its highest potential there, and it springs, it unwinds, uncoils. So by the time you finish a punch or a block or a twist or a turn, then your energy is expressed. You're done. It's not a building up and a focus. It's just the opposite of that. And that's something that took me a number of years to learn, in practice, in different styles. And you have to understand, the martial arts isn't just about kicking butt. Martial arts is about grasping principles of life and being able to apply them, and what you're drawn to, what you're repelled from as far as styles of your study, just like in yoga, just like in mysticism, just like in New Age and New Thought, just like in religious life, is all in where you are in your journey. When I was a young man and a kid, I loved the young man arts. And as I grew up a little bit, then I began to realize, well, there's this whole other world that, I'm not accustomed to. So that's the world of courage. The young man's looking at courage as, I can get through this. I can just put my head down and push my way through this. Whether you're a guy or a girl, a man or a woman, we just push. I see young moms doing it, just like I see young dads doing it, and I see it happening everywhere. And just because you grow older chronologically doesn't mean you ever really change. Some people do, some people don't. It depends upon if they're exposed to another way of thinking and whether they're open to trying something. So the variables are many. As you can look around the room you're in, and look around in your circle in your life, and you can see all that. Everyone's in a different place in their journey. So when you grow up a little bit, then you begin to look at courage a little differently. Courage is not about pushing and bullying my way through as much as it is surrendering. And when I surrender, I'm surrendering not to an adversarial force or situation, but to my own divine nature. And for me, those are the inner qualities of inner light, inner sound, and inner presence. From the ancient Aramaic during the time of Christ, that would be called the Abun Damashmaya, right? That's the oneness, sacred unity. And as I surrender into that, I give up my choice. I give up my options, because if I don't give up my choice or my options, then I'm not really giving up. I'm not really surrendering, am I? Giving up, but not giving up. It's different than surrender, just to be clear with my languaging. So as I surrender, there's two parts to this surrender. And I hope this can really help you in your journey. In the first part, you may feel like, okay, I'm giving it to God. Just giving it to God. Giving it to the universe, whatever your language is. And you may receive insight, wisdom, guidance. Again, it's your system, your downloads, whatever you're getting, that's how you act on that. But it's not something under your own left brain reactionary system of testosterone pushing courage. But that's only the first part. Many people get there, and more people are getting there now than they ever were before. The second part is when you give it up, you surrender, you let go of your own need to be in control, your own need to direct anything. You're just surrendering. And then you don't receive anything. You don't get any insight. You don't get any, what New Agers would call downloads. You don't get any of this. And for many people at that point, unless they know to just stay with it, they take a step back and they go into more of a testosterone blend of doings and previous experiences, and that's what they do. But if you stay with this moment where you've surrendered, you've let go, and you got a whole lot of nothing, then what happens is where the real magic, and this is where your courage, true courage, is really born. Because from that moment, you realize that the free will that you've given up, surrendering to God, is reflected back to you by the mirror of God. Oh, you're giving me, meaning God, you're surrendering, you're letting go of your little ego self, the little petty tyrant within you, you're letting go of all that. Oh, we'll let you be with that for a minute. We're not going to give you anything. And then when you relax into that, make friends with that, then it's reflected right back to you, meaning that free will that you're giving up is giving back to you. And now it's up to you to make a decision and do something. And I've been talking about this for 37 years, just in this way. And people will say, oh God, no, I just want to have the intuition. I want to have the insight. I want to have all of that. No, it becomes much more distilled, much more Zen than any of that. And you get to a point where, no, who's doing all of this? You're doing it. Who's making the decision? Not any other external forces outside of you. No culpability to any interdimensional beings or any, no, it's you. And when you take that step, as you surrender, and you're still in the state of surrender, it's just that your surrender is now a continuous surrendering and is continuously being fed back to you. You're continuously in the presence of God. You're continuously walking in that presence. So you're walking in the master's shoes. So whatever you do it to the very best of your ability, the very best of your insight, the most potent of your own wisdom, and pay attention, because it's all fallen on you. That's true courage. That's true courage. And For those of you who may know a little bit about me, I specialize in sound work, but I teach mystical traditions, sacred geometry, ancient civilizations, all kinds of things. And I bring out technologies into the world that no one else has brought out. I was the first person in North America, maybe the world, I don't know, to bring out a portable sound table system, 1996. From scratch, built in sacred geometric ratios, built to conduct sound. And then in years past, people see what you're doing and they'll, copy what you're doing and all of it. And that's fine. But no one's going to get an original Christopher Tim sound table except when it's built and signed and dated by me. It takes courage to do all that kind of stuff. Nobody was doing sound work in 1988 like that. Me and a couple other people, that's about it. And I thought you were from another planet. But I did it. I started it. I started lecturing about it and teaching about it. And as some of you probably in the audience who have been with me in other classes, I'm way out of the box on a whole lot of spiritual principles and ideas that other people just think are the norm. No, I kind of dissect things, unpack stuff, examine things from different perspectives. And it takes courage. And it takes courage born of a complete surrender into what I experience as a sacred harmony with all of life. So this courage is something that you can cultivate for yourself pretty easily. When you're tired of pushing, which is the basic level, which I think most of us are in life, then you're ready to surrender. And when you surrender, don't be, as this is the story of Siddhartha becoming the Buddha, don't be seduced by the things around you trying to tempt you. What are they tempting you with? Oh, here's downloads, here's insights, here's all this coming to you, this wisdom to act on. Be the Buddha. He didn't buy into any of it. And in that stillness, the free will that you surrender is reflected by the mirror of God right back to you. Because that's one of the faceless natures of God, is that God is always a mirror, just showing you yourself. So the authority that you surrender is the authority that you shall receive. And you've always had it there within you. You just needed to go through the conscious ceremony of giving it up to realize it. There, that's something pretty simple. And I hope I've shared some things with you here this morning that are simple. I hope it's insightful. And if it's irritated you a little bit, well, then that's okay. If it makes you kind of turn your head sideways a little bit, that's okay too. So just take these ideas, these simple things that we've shared this morning, and be with it. Let it nourish you. Let it spin around inside you and see where it all lands. And if I can serve you in any way, Becky and Scott always know how to reach me. And I want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you, to share a little bit of this time in this amazing place in human history, the transformation that we're in right now, the ending of the age and the beginning of another age. So until next time, this is Christopher Timms, Baraka Bashad. May the blessings be.
Thank you so much to the Joy Band. You guys are always great. We enjoy it so much, and big supporters of the pod, and we really appreciate you. Thank you, Christopher. You jumped right in, and we were having somewhat of an emergency, and I just texted Christopher and asked him if he would be willing to do this, and he's not without hesitation said yes. And your talk was great. We really appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Philip Lupo and team, thank you all as well. They take our stuff that we throw together. Sometimes it doesn't happen to the last minute, and always on Sunday morning it comes out beautiful. So thank you very much. We love you guys. Past services are available on the People of Diversity Facebook group, Facebook page. But if you go to Facebook looking for past services, you're only going to see the last 30 days. They nuke them after that. We also show our services on the YouTube channel, People of Diversity YouTube channel, and
where they don't nuke things.
Where they don't nuke things. No, they can. You can go in there. Not only do they not nuke them, they have a search function. They call it a playlist, and you can search on topic, or you can search on faith. So that's a really cool way to do things if you're looking for something specific. So take advantage of that. Now, if you join the People of Diversity Facebook group or page or the YouTube channel, you will get notifications about our services, which is very helpful, especially if you're doing other things and forget that what's happening. That's a cat right there. He wants to be famous.
Yes, 15 seconds.
Okay, so we have a second broadcast on Facebook Live on Sunday evenings at 5:45. So if you missed Sunday morning, or you want to send somebody back, or you want to watch it again, you can always catch it on Facebook Live on Sunday evening. That's very helpful. So
we do live events on the last and first, or the first and last, however you want to look at it. Monday of each month. This coming July 28th, the last Monday, Shannon Plummer, shaman, coach, speaker, all around kind of an amazing human being, leader, singer, leads retreats with Bob down to really groovy, cool places, and has amazing experiences. Yeah. She will be facilitating a Belts of Power. I so wanted to use my big radio voice for that. No. This is an energy management system that anyone can use to help align with the God of their understanding and the divine truth within themselves. Love offerings are greatly appreciated. No one will be turned away, and we hope to see everybody there.
Starts at 7 o'clock. Runs about 7, 8:30, 9 o'clock on those Mondays, every Monday, unless we say differently. So,
if you or your business would like to sponsor one of these live events at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship Hall on Mondays, that donation, that opportunity is $50. That's our rent. You can contact us at newwaypod@gmail.com and offer to sponsor any event that you might want. You'll be given an opportunity to speak if you come to the event for just a minute or two before the event starts. Maybe talk about your business, or why this event is important to you, or why the pod itself might matter in your life. So,
Or you can remain anonymous if
Yes.
you don't want to. If you don't
All
want to do
that,
that,
and
right?
you don't have to get in there at all. You can just do a groovy thing, and that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Over to you, my lady.
All right. Our state today that we are blessing is Maryland. And I chose this fun fact about Maryland because I've been there to this place. It's the National Aquarium is in Baltimore, and it houses over 800 species of animals. And it's an incredible place. It's beautiful. It's really well done. Just if you ever are there, don't miss the opportunity to go check it out because it is something else. They have 1.3 million visitors every year. So we want to send our love and good wishes to the people of Maryland and say these words together.
May peace prevail in Maryland. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me.
Thank you. Next week we begin our topic of kindness. This will be a good one. We're going to start with shaman Jerry Nettesheim, and her musical guest will be Jennifer Farron. Yay!
Yeah, very groovy combo.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be good. Tithes and donations can be done on the www.podpeopleofdiversity.org website. And if you would like to set up a recurring donation, we're getting ready to start a new program called Pod Plus. And anyone that sets up a monthly recurring donation of pretty much any amount will be given access to some different things on the website. We have several sponsors that are offering discounts and things like that, products to people on the Pod Plus program. And we're getting ready, it's a lot of work, but we're getting ready to roll it out. And so if you want to go ahead and set up the recurring donation, do that because you will be grandfathered in. So
immediately eligible.
Immediately eligible. All right. So www.podpeopleofdiversity.org. And we're going to close up with our healing circle, our energetic healing circle. And we would like to put our Baha'i representative, Dean Martineau, and his wife, Judy Perrant, in our prayers. Judy had a stroke several months ago and is still recovering, and they have now moved to Bolivia. I guess that's where Judy is from, and she has a lot of family down there, and they will be able to have family help and also get more reasonable rates for the care that Judy needs, including a lot of home health care. So as most of you know, if you watched, Dean is blind, and so it's been very difficult for them here. And Dean's gonna keep being a speaker, so he just couldn't, he was supposed to be today, and he just couldn't make that happen. They just moved, and he's got all this stuff going on, so that's why we got to have Christopher, which was great. But please send your love and warm wishes to Dean and Judy and hold them in our hearts. And anybody else that you want to put in the middle of the circle, any situation or whatever, and let's listen to this last song and send that energy around, and don't forget to get some on yourself. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you again soon.
Have a great week.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, bottled love, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of